So hey guys, so this is probably my most awaited vlog this summer, and yeah, a lot of people were begging for this. So I just want to say the weather is really nice, and before we start, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been subscribed to our channel. I wouldn't be close to 700 subscribers without you guys, so thank you to everybody, and let's just get to 700 real close. So without further ado, here is my Q&A. So the first question I have here is from Kyle. So my prediction for top six, I suppose I'll start with who I think is going to win the league. It's kind of boring to say, but Man City, I just think they're way ahead of everybody else in the league. Second and third is interesting. I think it will probably be Arsenal and Newcastle. I don't think there's much to split them, but I do think like Arsenal have momentum, and like Arsenal is probably more hungry to do better than last season. So I'm just going to tip Arsenal to finish second, and I definitely think Newcastle probably have the second best midfield, and their defense was very solid last season. So I think they definitely improved. So I think they're definitely shoe-in for top four. And fourth, I'll probably pick Man United, and I'll only pick Man United because, well, we had a really good defense last season, and we've not really changed it much apart from our goalkeeper. And I do think like our midfield was okay. I think there's still improvements to be done, but I do think we have like slightly like third or fourth best midfield in the Premier League. Debatable, but the only reason I'm tempted to put us fourth and not like higher is because I think our attack is very weak. We're going to be heavily reliant on Rashford, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing, because he's usually had a hit or miss career. So he could have a really good season next season, or he could have an so-so. So I'm kind of nervous going into the season, not gonna lie. So for now, I put Man United fourth. Fifth, this is where it gets tough. I do think Liverpool have improved a lot from last season, and something in me tells me they're probably gonna win the Europa League anyways. So I'm tempted to put Liverpool fifth, because I think, well, they have a solid attack, and their defense, while it wasn't that great, but Virgil van Dijk is still a quality center back, and I don't think Konate is that bad if you could just stay fit. And so yeah, and they have like the best goalkeeper in the world in my opinion, so I would put them fifth. So six is where it gets really hard, I think, because it might piss people off, but I think six is between Chelsea, Aston Villa, and Brighton, and I think Aston Villa is gonna end up like finishing sixth, because I think they've done solid business, and they have one of the best managers in Europe. I think Unai Emery is very underrated, and I think he could do do really well in Europe with Aston Villa, and I think yeah, he's gonna be the main reason why they do better than the other teams I mentioned. So I think six is gonna be Aston Villa, but I do think Chelsea will have a better season than last season, of course, because anything is better than like the bottom half of the table, right? So I think they'll probably end up finishing seventh, and I think Brighton will end up finishing eighth. I think that really indicates where I'm going with Spurs, because I think if they lose Harry Kane, it's gonna be really tough for Spurs. He's the only player that could make them challenge Chelsea and Brighton or even Aston Villa. And I think if he leaves, it's not looking good for Spurs. So I would probably put Spurs 9th. So yeah, that's my top 6 prediction. Top 9. So yeah. Okay, so the next question I have here is from Plank. So who do I think is going to be the teams that get relegated? I think Luton is a shoo-in to get relegated. I think a lot of people are going to put them in their relegation candidates, and I do think Everton have a really good chance of getting relegated, because I don't think they've done really great business, and they were lucky to survive last season. I know, sorry, that might hurt you, Plank, but it is true. And I think the other candidate I would say would be either Bournemouth or Nottingham Forest. I think I'm slightly leaning towards Nottingham Forest, but it could flip, who knows. So the next question I have here is from Jules. So my thoughts on Mount getting the number 7 shirt. I think it was a terrible idea. I wouldn't have given the number 7 shirt to like literally anyone, any new signing, even if it was like Mbappe or Harry Kane. I don't care of the profile. I just think it should go to someone that has properly established themselves at United first. And I think it was very premature of Man United to be given the number 7 shirt, to be honest. So yeah, terrible idea. So the next question I have here is from Abhishek. So which is the quality that I admire about Rubina the most? So in Big Boss, if you ask me, I would say it was the fact that she was very strong, opinionated, and she was very bold. Like, she didn't back down from fights. So that was my qualities about her that I liked in Big Boss. But outside of Big Boss, I would say like how she's very true to her principles. Like, I remember she like got pissed with one of her fans because like they were posting a betting ad. So I admire people that are very true to their principles. So yeah, that's my favorite quality about Rubina. So the final question I have for this vlog, there will be a part 2 for this vlog, but yeah, so the final question I have is from Rio. He's asking if I think Rashford deserves 325k a week. So my answer will be no. Like I said, I think players who deserve 300k plus should be players that are very consistent for their clubs. And I would say like they have like a brand appeal that's bigger than their club, which I don't think Rashford necessarily has. I think like if he wasn't playing for Man United, he wouldn't really be classified as a superstar. Whereas if you look at Salah, he has a brand of his own that's outside Liverpool. Same thing with Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, even Harry Kane. So I don't think Rashford's one of those players, at least not yet. So and I don't think he's ever had a consistent period. It's always been like a yo-yo. His football career has pretty much been a yo-yo, if you get my reference, because like sometimes he has really great seasons, like last season 30 plus goals, but and then he'll follow that up with like less than 20 goals all competition, which I'm hoping is not this season, like fingers crossed. So that's always been my worry with Rashford. If you could be consistent, then I could say maybe, but as of right now, I don't think he deserves 325k a week. No. So yeah, guys. So that was part 1 of my Q&A summer vlogs, and I will do a part 2 very soon. So your questions may feature. If they don't, then that means your question most likely was like inappropriate. So I apologize for that. But yeah, so that's the end of this vlog. If you like the vlog, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can see more. Thank you for listening to me, and yeah, cheers.